I'd like to introduce you to a fantastic Google extension called Google Cast for Education. What it does is it kind of allows for two different scenarios. Scenario A is it allows the student to present to a teacher's screen. And scenario B, it allows for the teacher to use their interactive board and project their Chromebook to their interactive board and allow it to still continue to be interactive. So in other words, if a teacher has a laptop or a desktop hooked up to that Promethean board, it's going to allow that teacher then to walk around the room with their Chromebook and show that screen on their Chromebook on their interactive board. So there's really three great purposes to this. One, it saves money. It's absolutely free. Two, it's going to save time. So instead of having to switch cords and connect your Chromebook to your Promethean board and then connect your laptop back up, you don't have to do that. There's no connection. And then three, it's also going to allow the teacher, like I said, to work from anywhere in the room from their Chromebook while having their Promethean board and that computer still running and active. So what you're asking is, how do I get it? The first thing you're going to do is you're going to sign into any device. Doesn't matter if it's a Chromebook, doesn't matter if it's your laptop or your desktop, and you're going to use the Chrome browser, and you're going to sign in using your GCSD account. And you'll notice, again, that I'm signed in right here under my own account. And once you sign in, what you're going to do is you are going to go ahead and you're going to go to the Chrome Web Store. And again, because I'm using my my Google account within the Chrome browser, it doesn't matter what device then that I log into, my extensions and my apps, those are all going to show up under that account. So it's just kind of a one-time sign up. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Chrome Web Store. If you're on your laptop or your desktop, you can just click on Apps and then go to Chrome Web Store. You're going to type in Google Cast for Education, and you're going to see it right here. What you're going to notice is mine says Rate It because I've already added it. In fact, it's up here with my other extensions. You will most likely have a little blue plus sign that says Add to Chrome, and you're going to click on that so that way you can add it to, again, your Google organizational account. Once you've added it, you're going to notice that the extension will appear right up here at the top right of your screen. So now all we've got to do is we've got to set up your Google Cast for Education. And again, the scenario that we're going to talk about is I am currently on a Dell laptop that is connected to a Promethean board, and it's got my interactive software, and it allows me to touch that board and those sort of things. What I'm going to do is I've got a Chromebook behind me. I'm going to go ahead and use this extension and share my screen with this Dell laptop. So I've got to set it up, and I'm going to walk you through that process. So what you're going to do is, again, you're going to click on Google Cast for Education, and it's going to ask you under settings the first time you click on it what your receiver name is. So what I've done for this is each device that I use this Chrome account on, I name that receiver differently. This is my Dell laptop that's hooked to the Promethean board, so I'm just going to call it my Dell laptop. And you'll notice that, again, I'm going to leave these selected. I don't really worry about the display background images from the web, so I'm just going to hit Save. The next step is once it goes through this, it's going to ask me now, who do I want to have access to share screens with? So there's a couple cool features with this. You remember I talked about two different scenarios. I said students could share and present to the teacher's Promethean board from their Chromebook. If I was going to do that, I could just click in here, and you'll notice all of my Google classes will show up. I just simply select one of those, and then it's going to ask me what type of permissions do I want to give them. I can either A, allow them to just present anytime they feel like it, which if I'm working with students, I'm probably not going to pick that. Or what I can do is I can choose teachers can present and then students can request. This is what I would select again if I was using this with students, and then I would just click Add. So now anyone in that class is going to be able to go ahead and present when I ask them to on my screen from their Chromebook. Pretty cool feature. For the purpose of this, let's say I wanted to remove a class, I just simply come back in, click on this, and hit remove access. And now, again, that class doesn't have access. So the scenario that I was originally talking about, I wanted to project my Chromebook and its screen onto this laptop, so that way the class could see what it is that I'm modeling and what my Chromebook says. Since I'm signed into Chrome and I'm the owner of this, that extension is also going to appear now in my Chromebook. So I can just hit close. It's all ready to go for me. So on my Chromebook, which you're not going to see yet before I share the screen, is I'm going to come over here, click on these three bars, and I'm going to choose cast. It's then going to ask me, where do I want to cast to? If you remember, this receiver is called the Dell laptop. This is the one that's connected to my Promethean board. I also have another one set up that's called my desktop in my office. And then you'll see down here I have Mr. F's Chromebook. So when I'm setting this up later, I'm actually going to choose on my Chromebook, I'm going to choose the Dell laptop. I want to cast to my Dell laptop. The other thing that it's going to ask me is if I click up here, it's going to ask me, what do I want to select? I can either cast a tab, which is just going to give me, again, kind of a small window of that screen, or I can cast the entire desktop, so virtually everything you see on your Chromebook. So I'm going to choose cast desktop on my Chromebook as what I want to go ahead and project, and then I'm going to choose the Dell laptop on my Chromebook. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to close this screen, and again, I'm just going to open this back up, because this is the screen that my Chromebook is going to appear in. So I'm going to go over to my Chromebook, and I am going to go ahead and choose to cast. And again, I'm going to walk through, I'm going to click on those three dots. I'm going to hit cast on my Chromebook. I'm going to choose again. I'm going to choose where it says select source. I'm going to do cast desktop. And then I'm going to choose my Dell laptop. And then I'm going to choose share. You'll notice once it connects in this window, and it says press F11 to exit full screen. So I'm just going to exit full screen so you can see this. You can see now, so here is the cursor to my Dell that's connected to my Promethean board that I'm moving. And I'm going to stop moving that. I'm now moving over to my Chromebook, and you'll notice that I'm moving to my Chromebook. So now anything that I choose inside of my Chromebook will appear and show on, again, my Promethean board. What's cool about it down here is if I'm modeling this for students how to use your Chromebooks, you can see down here that I can see all of my apps. I can also see all of my extensions up here. And again, I can get to my drive, I can get to my classroom. So I have full control now, again, or full display of what it is that I'm modeling. And if I want to exit as the teacher, I can just come up here and I can hit close. And just like that, it's done casting that screen up there. So again, tons of benefits to this. Told you about two different scenarios, but for now we've got a lot of teachers that want to show students what their screen looks like and how to model that experience on a Google Chromebook. This is a very simple way to do that. So good luck and have fun using your, again, your Google Cast for education.